As a wildlife artist, I've illustrated numerous books on plants and animals of the desert Southwest. I've also done numerous paintings on plants and animals for newspapers, magazines, and limited edition prints. But my favorite thing to do is to illustrate something that I see around the yard or the garden that inspires me, and then I paint it to bring it in so I can enjoy it year-round. So today, I'm going to take you through a step-by-step process on how I go about creating botanical art. Well, before we get started, I want to show you the picture that I took that inspired me to want to do this painting. This is a snapshot I got of a hooded oriole that was in our fig tree inspecting the ripe figs on our tree, and I thought with a green background, purple fruit, and a brilliant orange body of this bird, this would make a beautiful piece of botanical art, and I'd love to see it on my wall throughout the year as a reminder of the types of birds that this fig tree attracts. So, the first thing we do when we want to get started here is I loosely draw generic shapes just for proportion to get as many things kind of laid out the way I want them and get the sizing correct. Now I'll just draw this leaf in above the head, kind of just randomly to kind of get a sense of placement. Same thing over here. I know that there's a leaf over here. Kind of get a general sense of placement. Fruits. I'm doing this loose because I don't want to define anything yet, because I may change my mind and want to move it around. That's what makes something like this so much fun. So now I'm going to start defining a little bit more of exactly some of the details I want that are going to set off the bird and the fruit in the center of the picture. All right, now that we've got the bird pretty much outlined, now we're going to kind of frame the bird with the fig fruit and the fig leaves to give it kind of an overall shape that'll look nice when it's framed. All right, well, I think this is a good stopping point. I've kind of got my general layout the way I want it. So now I'm going to go back in and I'm going to clean up all those loose lines I started out with and kind of clean it up so that we can really get a better visual of where we're headed with our painting. So now what I'm going to do is define all of the lines and outlines of the bird, the fruit, and the leaves so I have a clearer vision and direction for when we start painting. All right, we're ready to paint our botanical art. I've got a few brushes, I've got my acrylic paints, and I'm going to start by painting the leaves, the outer leaves first, and we're going to kind of work from the outside to inside, so we do the bird last. I like to paint from dark to light, so we're going to start with an olive green color here with a little bit of black. All right, we got all the dark green color put in on our leaves. So the next step is to paint in the light green veining that you see on the leaves. That will help us define the shape of the leaf so we can move on to our next step. All right, we finished the veining in the leaves. So the next step is to put highlights on the leaves so it gives them kind of a glossy look. It really brings them to life. I love this part. So now we're going to move on to the branch that the bird is sitting on and get that taken care of. All right, well the branch is done, and now it's time to move on to painting the fig. All right, well we've got the figs done, we've got the leaves done, and we've created a nice framework around the centerpiece, which is the bird. Even though it's botanical art, it's still the focal point of this whole painting. And I think once we get the orange and black colors on that bird, it's just going to stand out beautifully. All right, well I think our botanical art is complete, and I think it just came out great. This is just what I saw when I saw that bird land in my fig tree. So try this at home, whether it's a flower in your garden, a vegetable, or a butterfly, whatever it is you see that inspires you. Try your hand at botanical art and have some fun with it. I think you'll really enjoy it.